It's Wednesday the 31st of July. I think there's going to be quite a lot of interest in Parliament, especially this evening when we get to the committee stages of the End of Life Choice Bill. But before that, we start off with questions to ministers. Simon Bridges to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by all his government statements, policies and actions? That's because Kelvin Davis is the acting Prime Minister. Dr Duncan Webb to the Minister of Finance, reports on the New Zealand economy. Mark Patterson to the Minister of Education, or Associate Minister, Tracy Martin, about support for young people with learning needs. Paul Goldsmith to the Minister of Finance about the economy. Jan Tinetti to the Minister of Education about removing cost barriers to the public education system. Judith Collins to the Minister of Housing about the cost of urban land. Michael Woodhouse to the Minister of Health about the interim cancer plan. Anahela Kanongataha Suiki to the Associate Minister for Arts, Culture and Heritage about the Film Commission and supporting diversity in filmmaking. Louise Upston to the Minister of Social Development about emergency housing grants. Chris Bishop to the Associate Minister of Transport about the second Mount Vic Tunnel. Kira Tapu Allen to the Minister of Employment, recent announcements about helping rangatahi in the Bay of Plenty. And Jonathan Young to the Minister of Energy about electricity prices. We then go to the general debate, 12 5-minute speeches, then on to the committee stages of the KiwiSaver Oranga Tamariki Guardians Amendment Bill in the name of Hamish Walker. Then we go to the End of Life Choice Bill committee stages. So we'll start with part one on this bill, which is a relatively short part, but has a series of amendments proposed. Probably the most important one is from David Seymour, which would narrow the scope of the bill. It would make fewer people eligible for the ability to request assisted dying. So there'll be a debate on that. There may be some other amendments, and then there will be possibly a series of personal votes later in the evening.